The Grand Final of Tournament number 2 of the Qualifier for Meta Madness. Another best of 3. Again, this is the Qualifier. This is Meta Madness Light. This is the warm-up for the main event. 4 teams are already qualified for Meta Madness. The 4 teams that place top 4 in the playoffs of the X Cup Summer. As a co-op between Meta Madness and the X Cup, and as announced back then, the top 4 get a slot in Meta Madness right away as an additional incentive. And those 4 teams are the Hardos, the Donuts, Go Next, and Team Wah. And now, in these qualifiers, we're determining the final 4 teams to join them to round the entire lineup out. So Meta Madness once again tries to make sure that the teams have to think outside the box, tries to push the envelope a little bit and make them reinvent the meta. So 10 heroes are pre-banned before the entire tournament even starts. That's true for the qualifiers, by the way. As mentioned before, for the main event, we're going to have way more heroes banned out. So this is the warm-up. And the more important part is that every single hero that gets played in a series can only be played once. So every single hero that gets played in game number 1, not available for game number 2 or a potential game number 3. And the same is also true for the heroes that get played in on the second map. So you will end up with a maximum of 36 heroes banned as you enter game number 3, including of course the 6 bans during the draft, which is quite a lot. So at that point you're already starting to push the teams out a bit. Now if on top of that you also add that going into the main event we have even more heroes pre-banned, you can already see where this is going. It's a lot of fun. We saw Murky, we saw Nova, we had Lily, we had a Cho'Gall. We already had a lot of stuff, and this is just the warm-up as explained. Now we're heading into the Grand Final here. Teams get points, the same basic concept as we had in the X Cup Summer. The farther you go in the tournament, the more points you get. Last qualifier, first one, Chili Mountain made 4th place. Can't be too happy with that. But now they made it into the Grand Final, and they go up against Team RageQuit. Should also point out that the Flipwing Mafia has not played today, so couldn't apparently make it. But they, of course, have a ton of points already, but might have to make a reappearance. Now, heading into this, we got more bans on supports. Obviously, a few of the pre-banned heroes are supports. 3 of the best, by the way. Stukov, Lucio, and BrightWing are banned out. So is Valla, Medivh, Johanna is banned, Junkrat is banned, Hanzo, Abathur, Nazeebo, and yeah, Lucio, who I already mentioned. So yeah, that's the 10. And with that in mind, we're starting Infernal Shrines with picks on Tychus. Obviously still super powerful. We get Leoric. Those are all heroes that you won't see again in game number 2. With bans on Medivh. Definitely paid attention to the previous games. This could be one of the maps where Smexy picks... Oh, Tracer for Limu! Limu the Lima. Smexy could play Alexstrasza again. They did that, I think, in the first qualifier, where they played Tychus together with Alexstrasza. You have a double transformation. You have the Dragon Queen and you have Odin. Of course, Malfurion is also up. Could play Malfurion. Could play Deckard Cain here. They had plenty of options at this point. But it's definitely something that they could do and that they have done on this map. Tyrael gets banned. No layered defense with Sanctification into Bunker. That's not happening here. Nope. Anduin is in. And what do you ban out against Wooby? He played the last time that they were in Infernal Shrines, Urel main tank. Urel main tank with a side laner, and it murdered. I mean, they dominated. There's a Zeratul ban instead. So Zeratul gets banned, Tracer was taken. And what is Whoopi gonna pick? What is Smexy gonna pick? Smexy was all over the place today. And he was also the one that locked in Lily in the past qualifier, if I'm not totally wrong here. With limited success, I might add. But yeah. There's Tyrande again. And oh, we're going old school. Diablo Tyrande. They really, really want to make that Tyrande work, don't they? And they did in the semi-final. Now they're playing it again, and this is one of those old school combos that we had years and years and years ago when Heroes of the Storm first came out. This was actually played in Alpha. Diablo swap and wall stun into Tyrande stun, and then some kind of damage behind it to blow the target up. So, yep, there it is. Double pick incoming for the blue team. They know what they're up against now, and here comes Sylvanas, and we get Garrosh. Yeah, fairly strong lineup for them here. A Sylvanas and Tracer composition. Tyrande needs to be very, very cautious. If any of those frontliners get 2 and stun her out, she's in trouble. And it's hammer time! Okay. The hammer is in play. We got Team RageQuit against Chili Mountain, everybody. Game number 1 in the best of 3 series of the Grand Final. Let's go. Infernal Shrines. Game number 1, we're in Infernal Shrines with My Try for Team RageQuit on Sylvanas. Limu on Tracer. Shizaki is playing Garrosh. We got Down for Life on Blaze. And Archimagus is playing Anduin. On the right side of the map, though, Chili Mountain with just a terrifying squad. Mako and Tychus. Wooby is playing the main tank. Soul Shield for Diablo. We got Azerite on Sergeant Hammer. We got Smexy on Tyrande. And Backhold is playing Leoric. Strong lineups on both sides. Sergeant Hammer, of course, making this a little bit more stationary. She loves to be in these positions back here whenever we have a shrine popping up. Spray game seems to be on point as well. Okay, awesome. And I really want to see what is gonna happen in the first... maybe almost in the second objective. The problem in the first objective is that you don't usually have level 7 right from the get-go. So Sergeant Hammer is not gonna have the mobility that she needs with her level 7 talent. Azerite is currently sitting down at the bottom of the map here. Has to be quite careful. I mean, the early game again, as Hammer, you need to be a bit more cautious. Once level 7 kicks in, you have at least some mobility. Makes it easier to reposition during these fights, and your auto attacks are obviously gonna hurt, and hurt a lot. And even Garrosh is not gonna be happy about that, no matter who's getting hit at the front line. One of my personal preferred skins, by the way. This Blue Ice Giant over here looks freaking fantastic. I absolutely love it. So, big plus for Backhold. Yes, the Janitor is of course incredible, but when it comes to the other skins, the Ice Giant over here, absolutely amazing. You can combo him off with the Money Pick, as we see here, even though the red one is a little bit better. You can put him on a Blue Carpet, which is also awesome. So yeah, fantastic choice here from Backhold. Credit where credit is due. Now, again, we got on level 4, and we have... Do you actually have any? No. Ocean's Renewal on level 1, by the way, for Leo. So, and already Azerite trying to fire this out a bit. Now, again, there's nothing really happening at this point. None of the teams is making any big moves. If anybody might make something happen in the early game, it's probably the red team with the rotation of Leo, mainly Diablo and Tyrande, as explained earlier. But here's a level 4, and gives us the Neil Peasants again. The extra camp has been claimed at the bottom of the map by the blue team, so good for Team RageQuit. Slight lead. Siege tactics are in, and we got the bigger they are for our boy Tychus. And still the same setup with the Loons chosen on the level 4 talent that we've seen already previously. So a little bit of a slow start into this, not really the full-on YOLO that we sometimes had from Chili Mountain with the all-out aggression. Team RageQuit is of course playing this a bit more passive too, going for the wait-and-see approach here. Definitely showing the opponents the respect that they're due. But here comes the first objective. And we're talking bottom of the map now. Owl is already double-checking what's happening, is also connecting with My Try here, but both teams are now going for their own camp. There's no globals in the setup, but top lane could of course still be played out between the two of them. Whoopi gets caught, but dashes out on one of the minions, is totally fine. Yeah, and with that, it's now time to try and soak level 7, get Sergeant Hammer in a good position. But as explained earlier, this is the little problem here. Azerite doesn't have mobility. So he can't really do a whole lot without his level 7 talent. So now they are attempting to have Leo up at the top go for the extra experience. And it already seems like the blue team is going to get this Punisher simply because the red team has signaled, hey, we let that go. We try and get damage at the top lane. We let you have the Punisher. But in exchange, we are going to do some damage topside. And then you have to try to match that with the objective itself. So that's what we're currently looking at. Level 7 talents are now kicking in, so Sergeant Hammer is immediately in a position where they can try and retake that. And with only 23 of the stacks taken for Team RageQuit, there is still a chance for the red team to even win the objective, which would of course be an absolute nightmare for Team RageQuit. They're getting zoned out, and it's a 20 stack difference. Topside still a double push, and they are moving down. They're pretty much saying we have to at least win the objective to get something out of that situation. But the gap is being closed. And this is not a guaranteed victory here. And the top lane is still pushing. So they're trying to go for the fort, but that was a fantastic flip against Whoopi, but he's still able to make it out. 30 to 24, and they go for the top fort. Yeah, Azerite is able to make it out of this one, and they are just murdering them the macro. They get absolutely outplayed macro side. There's this big damage against the fort. Down here, Sergeant Hammer is going to bait it in. Yeah, vision is granted, dodges out easily. Did he just... Did he just flip Anduin over? He's just throwing him over the wall. Hey, you little shit, help too. Throws him in. Is like, can you for once maybe try to land a hit or something? Fort goes down, and boy, they're doing way more work here. This is obviously a 5 versus 3 push, so that helps. That helps a lot. At the top side, this is kind of funny. Tracer is down as Sergeant Hammer connects the auto attack. Up at the top, Leo is moving away. Tigers has taken the experience in the mid lane. But yeah, that was kind of funny. So Tracer has just now realized that she can't dodge out on the auto attacks from Sergeant Hammer. That's one of the things that Tracer's going to hate throughout the game anyways. I mean, these auto attacks, they hit hard, and for Tracer, this is super annoying. But topside fort will fall, and therefore it's an even trade in structures. But that is still Team RageQuit doing even better than expected. Could technically even be an advantage for Chili Mountain. Taking a fort down is quite something. But yeah, so off we go. Backcool should be able to move away from this. Level 10 abilities are obviously kicking in. So the team's going this aggressive against structures. It accelerates the game a little bit. Now, Leo at the top is going to fall. He's not going to make it here. Yeah, Tracer's going to hunt him down. So mace to the face, all you want. But yeah, he survives, but he dies. And in the middle of the map, the counter pressure's in. So that kill was neat. But of course, Leo's going to be back very, very soon. So that only gets you so much in total. Because, as you can tell, Leoric, he's just getting the drain off against Blaze, and then it's going to be back in absolute no time. They're not going to lose out on any big experience at the top. The light bomb is in, so we have a light bomb engaged. We also have mind control from Sylvanas. At the bottom of the map, they're already sitting tight here. We currently have Whoopi, just dodging out barely on the range of Shizakid's Garrosh. No flip this time. And Sergeant Hammer... one auto attack after another. Hits incoming. There's the play and the kill against Tyrande. Okay. So, in the meantime, Down for Life barely makes it out. Tyrande is dead. Yeah, so this is nicely done. Well played. That's actually pretty awesome. With that, we have them with a huge amount of momentum, using Sylvanas to break through the structures. And Team RageQuit is getting really aggressive here, going for Whoopi and trying for another kill. And yep, they get it. Whoopi is down. Oh, and wow, Tracer. Ho, 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 ho. Careful. Tracer could have died here. But she makes it out, and they got the kill. So Diablo was reset on the baseline. Even this is missing. And Shizakid, is he gonna die? Yes, he is. So they get a counter kill against the tank. That's something. But yeah, it's still kind of nasty. So Down for Life over here is already doing his thing. Currently what we do have is at the bottom of the map, Backcool is sitting here with the rest of the team trying to steal the camp away. Since Garrosh is still dead, they can also take this. And of course that is super annoying now for Team RageQuit. They can hold on to their own camp, they can also like take it, still invest some time here. Rotation is happening from Leo as they are hoping for an early level 13. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now they take position at the top, when the mine's already in play. And that is a really good position now for the objective. But the push in the mid lane instead is happening. So it seems like, oh, well, they're trying to counterplay that. But it seems like for now the blue team was hoping to get some structural damage in instead of contesting the objective up at the top. That gets shut down very quickly here as long as Whoopi survives successfully. Backcool gets attacked too. Leo is dead and Whoopi is in trouble. He's trying to make it out, but he gets taken. Sylvanas disabling the fort, and they're losing a lot of ground here. Now, yeah, with a lot of ground, I mean they're losing to Tyrande too. So all of a sudden, Marke needs to fear for his life and gets out. But that is another fort. 39 stacks on the objective. Intentionally, obviously, not taking the last one to allow Tyrande and Diablo to come back. But this is a great start now for Team RageQuit. This is a fantastic opening. I mean, are you kidding me? 2 forts down on the opponent's side. They traded one and then got another. Now, they will lose the objective. That's a given. But they've done a lot of damage without it. And Chili Mountain is struggling a lot more in these fights than I had originally expected. I also thought that we would see more combos with Diablo and Tyrande, but so far we have seen little of that. Now, bot lane of course gets claimed and Leo is still there, so he should be able to ghost around easily. Keep in mind that he can protect that lane with no problems. But they have the objective to the top now. That's a Frozen Punisher. But the blue team's defense should be ready for that. And Berghult is getting chased by Tracer, huh? Yeah, they are putting the pressure up. It's the mid lane and the bot lane that are getting endangered here. But at the top, the wall is also halfway gone. And it's hammer time, baby. Yep, it's hammer time. Punisher gets pushed in. That's a Frozen Punisher. That's going to help a lot. And they are trying for keep. And that, of course, would put them ahead. And they still have Odin. And they use it. Yeah, there's no way this keep is in play. No, Tracer isn't, by the way, even trying to come back and help out here. They know that this one's gone. She was instead sitting in the middle attempting to do some more damage with the catapult and with the camp. So, yeah, this one is taken by Berghult. There's still a half-level lead for Team RageQuit, but this is a fantastic... This is a fantastic start for Team RageQuit up to the point where they lost the keep. Now, they're still ahead in experience, which is great. But losing, of course, the structural advantage, that's a problem. They were the ones taking 2 of the forts down. But keep trumps fort. So, there's that. Still a bit of a pressure play to the bottom, up at the top. Shaman Camp is not gonna cut it. Yeah, they're taking this one down too. I love the way that they're using Sylvanas here to continuously keep up the pressure on these lanes. I really, really like it. Now, the fight over at the camp is still breaking out. And of course, we're going to have Mini Blaze now as Tyranno's Owl connects. 25,000 damage from Sergeant Hammer against the 29,000 that Sylvanas has brought in. Yeah, but next objective is going to spawn in the middle. Oh, double hit. Yeah. The Owl comes in and gets the kiss in. So yeah. Definitely not the game that I expected up to this point. But the keep lost topside is of course a huge problem. Once that we're later in the game and the death timers are increasing, a simple 2-3 kills might give you a chance to go for the core. And that is the one thing that Team RageQuit needs to be afraid of now. Because that is an easy push topside. And with the fort still there, the continuous catapult pressure is of course another problem. One of the reasons why Tyrande is, or sorry, Sylvanas is opening this up the entire time. Making sure that if there is an opportunity, they can go for the fort and try to take it down. So, for now, here's the fight again. Already Smek's in trouble, so is Tigers. Sergeant Hammer gets hammered. There's the kill. Whoopi is also in trouble. They take the first, they take the second, and now they have Sylvanas. And it's time to party. Yep, easy play for the keep. They need the minion wave, of course, to help out too, but with 2 heroes gone and one of them... I mean, it is ideal. Not only is Dibbles dead, but also your main damage dealer from afar. And yeah, that's just a nightmare. Now they can go for the keep, they can try to drop it. Yeah, they need to be real careful that they don't overdoing it and getting slaughtered in the process. But this one's gone, and they even get a hit with the mind control against Tigers. Wow! 9 kills to 3 team. The blue team is absolutely crushing. They're totally crushing here. I'm really, really impressed. That's quite something what they're currently pulling off here. 9 kills to 3. Top side, they take control again. And they're playing this as disciplined as they possibly could for now. So, Limu, he's helping the team take the camp at the bottom. There's going to be more pressure at the bot lane. And now, with them even taking the minion wave down, this is a big push. Catapult, stacked up wave, and then also the camp, another camp in the middle. And they can go for the objective here. Half a level until 20. Chili Mountain, they need to step it up here. There's the light bomb on Tracer, and well, that's another kill against Whoopi, and this time he's down for the count. If there's not a counter kill, then Chili Mountain is in deep shit now. Their bot lane, their mid lane, everything is in danger. And if there's a Punisher for Team RageQuit, it obviously is going to move through the middle, straight for the core. Can be baited to the side, but that's it. So they try for the counter kill. They nearly get it, but then Leo dies, and the rest of the team is on the run. And they are in trouble. Yeah, Hit after hit. They close the gap. They try more. They dodge out on the stun. There is the mobility. Tracer, they get 1, they get 2, and you know where this is headed. They go for the full 5-man wipe. Smexy attacked, trying to make it out. Can escape, but yeah, Tracer is dead. Smexy is still alive, but the core is going to get attacked here. Now, they are insanely low, though. They won't be able to finish this one. With them chasing this hard, I wonder if they had an opportunity to end this. Probably not, considering that we're still very early in the game and the death timers are not really that high. But that obviously still hurt. 13 against 4 kills. Chili Mountain is just getting executed by them. Now, at the bot lane... Oh my god, really? How did you get a driver's license? How did you get a driver's license? Like, who thought giving you one? Did you win that in the lottery? Like, what's going on here? You can't even drive around the Khaldor camp, really? Like, that's already too much. It's like, holy shit. Driving a catapult, you know, but then... Yeah. Smexy, again in trouble. I don't know what they're YOLOing in there right now. What the fuck are they doing? Like, 2 heroes are what? What? Huh? Why? Why would you do that? They're at 39. They could have delayed it even a bit further. Delayed a bit further and then... What did they just do? Or why? Defend the lanes, try to wait it out a little bit, get everybody in play, but even if you can't make it and you know, okay, this is gonna happen, why commit Sudoku over there? I'm like, what? Okay, so now we got Chili Mountain on 20 with a chance to come back. Let's not forget that they also took a keep down. Chili Mountain also took a keep down. So now we have level 20 on both sides. That gives us the Buried Alive, Ultra Capacitors. And on top of that, of course, we have more mobility for Diablo, who's again fully stacked. So with a good engage, they can make something happen here. I'm not sure why they want to engage here, really. Like, they could have played this a little bit better. Even if the Punisher gets baited onto a lane, that could have been another keep. Half the team was missing. But anyways, the situation is as it is. 9 kills advantage for Team RageQuit. And with that, we now have an opportunity for Chili Mountain. But so far the team fights haven't really gone their way, have they now? So they have to step it up. But the problem is, if they step it up in one fight and they crush, that's probably going to be their game. So, yep, off we go. Bird Life is ready. Whoopi with the Apocalypse. They're trying for the plays here, zoning them out. Might try in trouble. Grenade, follow up, and the save from Shizakid. Nice. That could just be the kill, but there it is. Anduin down, but so is Tychus. Trade, 1 for 1. Whoopi looking for an angle, doesn't find it. If they would have killed Sylvanas first and then gotten the second one against Anduin, that would have been the dream here. That would have been the play, but they didn't get that. So now the support is gone on the blue team side, but still Chili Mountain is losing out on Tychus. So that's that. Push in the mid lane. They need a big one. Garrosh with a big place. That's a kill. That's a double. That should be game. Azurite, he dies too. And Chili Mountain, ladies and gentlemen, is about to lose game number 1. They got Leo and they got Diablo, and they have to buy 20 seconds. Tychus will be back to help them out here. And it's still possible. With that 2 of them and Entomb being ready, yeah, they can buy that time. That's a nice wall stun. Well done. Whoopi in, out, dashes around. Has no stacks, of course. But that's Tychus back to business. The kill against Diablo, is that enough? Tychus immediately with his ult, but here come the catapults, here comes all the damage, and this should be game. They're so low though, they're so low. There's a kill, 1 down, the core at 30, 20. Can they get it? They should be able to, and now with that nice jet propulsion, what a cool combo, they take it. Over here, Catapult's also doing some damage, but the victory goes to Team RageQuit. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, Battlefield of Eternity. The lead for Team RageQuit, Chili Mountain. I mean, let's be honest, they got outplayed in a lot of the team fights. That was some very, very nice control, especially the Garrosh flips into Blaze jet propulsions that we occasionally saw were super sexy. Nicely done. Now we're heading into Battlefield, and every single hero of the last map is now not available anymore. So Team RageQuit has to prove at this point that even without those heroes that they just played excellently with, they are able to win it here. Yeah, that Garrosh, so many plays, so many saves, so many kill opportunities prepared for the team. So that was absolutely amazing. But now it's time for Chili Mountain to also fight back. Urels, yeah, Whoopi's Urel gets banned out immediately. It's the first thing. So they're looking at this, they're like, alright, what can wreck us here? What is something that we're really afraid of? And then you obviously look to Whoopi and you think, what is that gonna be? And well, there we have it. We have the ban on Urel, the ban on Anuburak, since he's also one of those engaged tanks. Hogga gets banned too. And there's the Liming ban. Okay. And Maki could be the one on Liming. I mean, last time we saw them with Lunara here. But I'm just hyped. I just want to see what they can do now. Because it would be amazing if Team RageQuit would actually win this. They've done so well on the last map. And it was really incredible to see this. If they could take down Chili Mountain. Chili Mountain placed 4th last week. Team RageQuit is trying to push into that top 4. To qualify for the main event of Meta Madness. And well, there's ETC. Now, every single time I see ETC, it's like, it's weird for me. Because ETC, if you play him well, he's great. He can be so terrifying. He's such a strong hero in the right hands. But depending on who's going to play him here, he's also sometimes a liability. Because if the fights don't go your way, he doesn't have a lot of hit points. And you really just try to create space with him. And you try to get these stuns into stuns with the immortal circles being around. And it will be hype to see if they can play this properly. Now, Uther taken. First of all, you go that denies the Holy Cow. So no Divine Shield into Mosh Pit. But also Uther as a potential main tank with the second support kicking in. And Chromie behind it very, very early. So going already for some insane poke here. A lot of the heroes that you normally would use against the Immortal are gone. Greymane is still up on the other hand. There's Rhaegar. And Lunara again. Played her before. Still could see Greymane. The wolf wants the beef and the deer. He likes meat. I don't blame him. Okay. Samuro. Banned. They did some research. They saw the other semi-final where we played Samuro. I was like, yeah, you're not going to cancel us down. That's not happening. Yeah. That's not going to happen. What are they banning here? What are you afraid of if you're playing this now? This result in the first game is kind of sexy. Yeah, Genji would have been nice to do some damage to Lunara. Yeah, he can cut her to pieces very, very quickly. And even Rhaegar won't be able to do anything about it. I doubt that they're going to go for the Bloodlust this time. They played it in the last summer final, but I always felt that it was more of a meme than anything else. More them trying to have some fun. And now that they are down one map, they will put on the more serious mode, I would at least suspect. And there's the double support. So yeah, indeed, we have Uther as the main tank. We get Imperius together with it. We have Malfurion Uther to keep them alive. And that leaves us with still another position for Limo here. So yeah. That can be a very annoying draft. And both supports against Lunara makes it, of course, much easier to deal with her damage over time and the AoE that she can bring to the table. Oftentimes you're thinking, hey, Uther, he can't really do anything against Lunara, you know. Or that was at least an argument in the past for some time. There's the birdie, Falstad and Dehaga. Oh my god. Double global on Battlefield of Eternity. They're gonna try and macro them to death here. Ooh. Okay. Full on macro city. With Whoopi on ETC. Damn. Yeah. And Limo. What do we get from him? Somewhat damage usually. And there's Greymane. I pointed him out earlier, but here we have him. Game number 2. Game number 2. Are we going to see 3 maps in this series? Or is Team RageQuit going to lock in a 2-0 victory in the Grand Final against Chili Mountain? Let's jump to Battlefield of Eternity and find out. Game number 2. Team RageQuit. They have the lead. Shizakid on Uther on the blue team side. Archimagus on Malfurion. Limu on Greymane. We got Maitri on Chromie. And Down for Life is playing Imperia. So they went for the double support. They have Uther in the main tank position. We got Greymane and Chromie for damage. There's a lot of poke from the backline and Greymane coming in as the finisher, so to say. With Imperius, of course, adding not only to the CC that is already provided by the 2 up here, but also to the damage output. I mean, Imperius is packing a mean punch if played correctly. On the right side of the map, Chili Mountain, they have to bring this back and win 2 in a row if they want to decide the Grand Final here in their favor and lock the most points in, get all those 10 that pretty much would give them a guaranteed slot in the Meta Madness main event. Azerite on Lunara. We got Smexy on Rhaegar going again into the Wolf run. I still doubt that he will again go for Bloodlust as he did in the semifinals. We have Forset on played by Maka and Whoopi on ETC with Bakul and Dehaka. And these 2 picks, the last 2 picks that we saw, Forset and Dehaka, that honestly is something that keeps me guessing a bit because I'm looking at those 2 and I'm thinking, hey, you have a double global now on Battlefield of Eternity, and it really feels like they're going to try and focus fully on macro with this. You can always disengage with Falstad and the Mighty Gust. You have on top of that also Dehaka that is fairly safe since you can also borrow. Before they picked those 2, I thought, hey, maybe they're going for a stage dive with Whoopi's ETC. That would have been an option, honestly. If you want to have a global, if you want to jump around there, but they must have a little bit of a master plan at hand. So there's a lot that they can do. And if they provide any kind of space and time for Lunara on the Immortal and also get Rhaegar in with the Lightning Shield, then of course they have a lot of damage. So they could literally just try and maybe go onto the sides here, push these out a little bit with the globals, try to maybe have 1 on each, and then move into the mid lane once that we have the objective spawn and just come in with Lunara and Rhaegar and do some damage there. So there's a few options of what they could try and pull off here. With Whoopi on their side, I would definitely not put it past them. He is going to direct the team very likely, but then again, when you're looking over to the blue team, they coordinated the last few fights so well that it should be fun to see what they can do now on the second map. So as we're moving towards the top, we have Imperius taking the solo lane now. Down at the bottom of the map. Yeah, still that little attempt to go for the early kill, of course. Everybody is going to try and see if they can get a sneaky one in. We got Stacks with the Gathering Storm at level 1 for Falstad. And yep, there's already Dehaka. 4 versus 5. Imperius doing some top lane work, but 4 versus 5. And I'm not so sure if that was the smartest choice by Limu, but he gets saved by Malfurion, and now they are still Gucci. Now, he's gonna try and slow down Dehaka a little bit on the rotation, but of course, yeah, there's only a bit of damage against the tower, and it's not really anything insane. Down at the bottom of the map, on the other hand, here they can try to maybe poke with Chromie slowly some hit points away from those structures and play it out that way. Against Greymane, we have the block party now in, and mobility is going to be their friend. We've seen double global players also on other maps. I mean, at some point in HEC when it was still played, there was Braxis where they did something similar. You could always gank up on one lane by using one global to fly in and gank with the 2 versus 1 situation. And then you rotate the other global back onto the other map and you have continuous control over all the lanes, over both lanes, while still having a few heroes that are able to just move and rotate and see if they can get a gank somewhere else. So there's a couple of options how to play this. But both of them also offer other things, other utilities during these fights. Either way, time will tell. We're gonna find out. So, yeah, let's have a look here. Limo attacked and dropped. He goes down, and Archimagus is also finding himself in trouble. So now the red team coming in swinging with 2 quick kills. Greymane and Malfurion both annihilated. And yeah, that was pretty much perfect. That's exactly what they need here. An early lead through kills and then catapulting this forward towards the objective. So yeah, so far things are looking good. But again, this is only the early game. Those kills matter, but they don't matter all that much yet. It's all about the talent advantages for now. We got the Nature's Culling in. There's the Feral Heart on top of that too. And down here the loudspeakers. So yeah, creating a little bit more space for those backliners. Obviously once that Greymane can really start to kick off his damage and explode, then Lunara is going to be in trouble and Falstad is going to be in trouble. So he needs to stay in a spot where they can keep them safe and where it's not going to be too much of a problem. So having loudspeakers here and just saying, hey, create some space, give you time to get out, is super important in that sentence. Okay, so 11 stacks for Falstad and also into the hammer gains here. So there's still something to play around with. Yeah, Falstad is at the bottom of the map, the beauty of a global. Once again, of course. And it's time to poke at the Immortal. And this is really where the blue team has a bit of an advantage, I would suppose, with Greymane that they can use here. If he gets into a good position onto the Immortal and Worgen form, then you can chunk it. Now, Lunara has also a lot of fantastic range poke once you can stack these poisons. But yeah, for now, it is the blue team, even without Worgen form, that is doing some work here. Limo in trouble a bit, but there's no power slide. Make it even more dangerous for him. There could be a drag, and he dodges out of it. Nicely done. Greymane with some nice moves, but the experience gap is widening. ETC, they want the kill, but they cannot get him. Wooby slides out in the last second. Falstad has been at the bot lane the entire time, and that was the big deal because now the team is half a level ahead and could technically get the early level 7. That's what they're hoping for now. That's what the red team is hoping for. Chili Mountain, they want the early level 7, and this is where the Haka and Falstad both come into play. They're holding the side lane experience and they're making it really tricky. So that's why we have this massive attack now from the blue team. They need to make a play before that 7 kicks in. Nicely dodged. Limo with great dodges, but he's completely out of the depth right now. No way. No way. 4 heroes had him more or less locked in and he gets out. The double support is shining. And no, they kill Rhaegar and they kill the Haka. Both are dead. Rhaegar and the Haka both obliterated. The objective taken. And the blue team locks in the first Immortal of the game. Wow. Yeah, the double support keeping everybody alive. At first it seemed that Greymane had no chance of survival, but then he made it through, and as they're going for Chromie, she baits them in deep. Oh my god, now the birdie is taken down at the bot lane. Up at the top, the Immortal is still pushing. Oh. Chili Mountain. Careful here. This can backfire very, very quickly, and I think they're slowly starting to realize that too. The top lane gets pressured. They're doing a great job here, but of course Chili Mountain is now attempting to bring it back with a kill. They want to go for Chromie again, and Maitri is low. He's dropping in hit points. He's getting body blocked, and Rhaegar comes in for the kill. Rhaegar moves in, drops them, and there's the second kill as Uther also dies. Now, these two bad boys at the bot lane, what were they able to do? They opened at least the entire thing up, so good for them. Besides that, up at the top, yeah, similar picture. Wall opened up, fort nearly obliterated. But it's still a tiny little experience for Chili Mountain. But it's definitely not a game where the blue team is just saying like, alright, we're gonna give you one. No, they are fighting tooth and nail for this. Chromie already with the ult. Rhaegar is dead. Rhaegar down. Wibby moves out. And the fort falls. Yeah, that one is dead. Too much acid. Okay. Alright. What a meme. They save it. They save the fort. Now they can poke this one down. No chance. The first fort in the game gets dropped by Team RageQuit. Yeah, I hope that they're not rage quitting out of this game, because so far things are looking pretty okay for them. There's the Mosh Pit. We got the level 10 abilities on both sides. Delivery system for boy Imperious. That's what we're going to get from him. And on top of that, Lunara with a hobbity hop. Go for the throat. Divine Shield that can empower Greymane with his attacks even more. And Smexy, oh, that hurts. Yeah, that one hurts. Nah, he shouldn't be able to make it out. He's trying, but he knew. I try to bait someone in. But yeah, here's the hits, and of course the timing couldn't be worse. Now, Smexy hasn't made a choice yet. Is he really going for Bloodlust again? Didn't work the last time. But, I mean, they have a lot of good heroes for Bloodlust, obviously, but still. Given the circumstances, he does it. He does it. They go for Bloodlust. They're making the play again. Look how quickly they're taking the Immortal down, by the way. That kill against Imperius hurt them so much. The blue team is in real trouble now. They need another teamfight victory, and they've proven in game number 1 that they can pull those off. They've done it time and time again. Did they get a hit here, though? Well, they're looking for any kind of gank, any kind of flank that they can successfully set up. And they find one. They go for Dehaka, and he is dead. Dehaka is down, and they go for the fort. They take the fort down, and they apparently just don't care about the Immortal. They're saying like, well, we're gonna lose this one, aren't we? So, yeah. Let's take it from there. Okay, so, meantime, what do we get? They hold on for now. If you at least can take the hit points down a little bit, that would help a lot, because it helps you to stop the bleeding and, yeah, to just make sure that you're not getting wrecked too hard. But there's the Gust as they're saving Wooby by some time. Get also onto the objective, take this one down. A little bit more than a 50% shield. They successfully lock it in. The top fort by now is obviously also been destroyed. There was no problem to do that. And yeah, here we go. Rotation down to the bottom as they try to defend. Likely have to give up that fort. Ah, actually, the wall is still there. Wall is still there, so there's still a shot that they're gonna make this one work out as well. Depends a bit on how much Greymane can do. But yeah, of course, like they got the kill against the Glow, but he's already back, so it's a 5 versus 5. They don't even have that going for them. Yeah, the push is now coming. The drag doesn't hit. Imperius is sitting at the side. Yeah, and there's a slide which misses. Instead, they're going for Dehaka. And also the bird. Oh, get sniped! I was about to say the bird is in trouble. Scratch the trouble. The bird just ate dust, literally. Chromie comes in, and the little Sand Hitler is just absolutely crushing Falstad back into the KFC basket for that bird. That's chicken for dinner. What a hit. First the Dragon's Breath dropping him low, and then they crushed it. Nicely done by MyTry. Fantastic hits. 6-5, the kill count, level 13 on the board for both teams. Slight edge, honestly, for Team RageQuit. But can they get more kills? Yeah, slightly ahead in structures, but that's about it. And everybody is, of course, looking now for the next kill. Everybody is looking for that drag that could connect. Chromie! Firing away here. Yeah, she's having some fun, doesn't she? Yeah. Chromie is definitely having some fun with this one. Now, down at the bottom of the map, they still need to try and defend that fort for as long as they can to reduce the catapult pressure a little bit. Generally, they're doing a good job on that. Push down to the bot. They have the vision. They know what's going on here. But they're not engaging into the choke point. I can see why. Gotta be a little bit careful on this one too. So now we have them again fighting over the fort at the bot lane. We've been here before. We've been here before. Let's go. 6-5. The kill count slightly ahead in experience. Chromie right now with the shifting sands. We got Azerite and Wooby rotating towards the top. Just sitting in the mid lane right now. Obviously hoping to maybe catch even someone here, but nobody on the blue team isn't a spot. Why would they be? Maybe if someone wants to rotate towards the top lane to defend it, they would have taken the aggressive route through the middle, but that didn't happen. So now they're just waiting for the Immortal to pop, and off we go. With that, they have the hit in. Already the attack straight for the Immortal from the red team, as they are using Lunara over and over again to just chunk it down hard. Whenever she gets these auto attacks connected, the poison stacking quickly, put a real number on the Immortal. So now they're trying to turn it over, and look at the side lanes. This is the power of the globals. Both of the globals immediately push the lane out a bit. Now we have Imperius trying to force Marke back, and it's working so far, but Marke paid attention. So that's no damage on the birdie. Instead, it's Imperius who's taking a bit of a beating. Yeah, and everybody else is still in the middle. And Dehaka has now moved to the top. And this is exactly what I meant during the draft. When they try to global them, they can really control the macro game. And the more they are pushing the keeps them later on, the more of a problem it's going to become. Now, Greymane is doing fairly okay in that situation, but now they're engaging fully on the Immortal to at least get the halftime show. They need to do something. The entire play with the Hakan Fawcett in the side lane really forces a reaction of Chili Mountain. It puts them on a timer. They have to make decisive decisions, and if they don't do that, they are going to suffer the consequences. Now, even here, they let this one slide. They just come back and they're saying, guys, we need to fight this. They will slowly take us down if we don't, so let's try and make a play. And Dehaka, where is he? Immediately back up at the top. Immediately back up at the top, as he should be. They're just trying to play the side lanes. Time is working in their favor, they know it, and RageQuit knows it too. Here comes Dehaka, 1 stun, 2 stun. They try to go for the follow-up, and Imperius missed the ult. Divine Shield to keep him safe. Couple of ults already used, and here's level 16. They got the extra experience. They have level 16. Their Immortal might be low, but they are the ones in the lead right now. And now that we have Imperius side laning to get the experience for the team, the red team goes for the fight. 16 on both sides now. They need to bring him back. Imperius needs to come in here. Dehaka already with the burrow, but look at the Immortal. There's the Gust, and they simply play the macro game. Whoopi, told you, level 4 creates the space for them, and they take another objective. Dehaka, he is about to get out, get cleansed, and then the Wolf goes ham. The Wolf comes in and drops Dehaka. 4 versus 5, and they can now fight it out at the bottom against the Immortal, and instead they're saying, we don't give a shit. We just go for your keep, bro. What you gonna do? Nah, they're not gonna go that far. But they get some free damage in. And they dropped one of the towers and they dropped the gate. Now, their own fort is lost. They know that too. But as long as they can save the keep, it's fine. There is still a slight advantage for Team RageQuit when we're looking at experience. But this is a spicy game. Game number 2, and Team RageQuit wants to win. And they make some nice plays so far. Greymane with 26,000 damage. Chromie, she's firing from behind. She's happy. She's the top damage in the game. But all the way up at the top, of course, that global play is going to continue. The more you control the lanes, the better for you. Yeah, Falsa has to give the bottom up. They were trying to go for all of it. So yeah, pretty sweet. It's a smart way to play the game here. Oh, once that you saw the double global in the draft, it was pretty obvious what they would focus on here. And for very, very good reason. So now it's just trying to control the situation as best you can. And yeah, try to somehow get a kill quickly enough. The longer this lasts and the more control they have of the map, the less Chili Mountain is going to try and fight. The more those catapults, if they get any, are going to help them. The best thing for Team RageQuit is honestly that they took both of these forts down. That was really important. If it's already tricky enough when you're even in structures, if they would have fallen behind in structures and additional catapults would have spawned for the red team, the Hakan Fawcett would have escorted catapults over and eventually dropped them. And the Haka was looking for the flank. Yeah, they wanted the fight here. They wanted this one. And they might still get it. They might still get it. Oh! Yeah, there's the cleanse. Oh, that was dangerous. Whoopi still has that mosh pit. Slides out and is, well, pulled back in. They try to go for him. They try to go for Lara too. That was the 20 on Chromie. The cleanse was there from Rhaegar, but only cleansed out one approach. So now this one is nearly gone. Immortal is spawning in 7. It's just spicy at this point. Both of the teams with multiple opportunities to maybe get a flank, maybe get a kill, look for isolation, try to hit the back line. A lot of mobility, of course. But now the halftime show is again lost. Team RageQuit, they are forced into a fight. They need to fight this out. And this is honestly the outcome that I expect them to look for too. Yeah, are they making a play? Mosh pit! Yes, there it is. And Whoopi a little bit unlucky. Whoopi, go wait for the face melt first and push them out. That's a kill. That's a double kill. And they go for the triple. They get the birdie. They haka. It's a triple kill, everybody. Lulnara might fall too. Greymane. Oh, and they get him. And now they move. No, this is game. They move for keep. They move for core. What the hell? They take him down. Greymane is dead. Greymane is the biggest damage they have. Greymane is the biggest damage they have on the core. They got the sustain, but it's 19 seconds. 19 seconds. I don't think they can end it. I don't think they can end it. They can't. They can't. They can't end it without Greymane. They just can't. They get the kill. I don't see it happening. Catapults are in. Can they? They might be. It's so close. 70% DTC. They're dodging around it. They got the sustain. The catapult. The catapult is not working. Catapult is going for the middle. The fuck. And can they take it down? 16%, and they pull it off. The 2-0 victory for Team RageQuit against Chili Mountain as they win that tournament.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.